Hi, you guys, it's Lisa. Thanks for joining me today. I'm hoping everyone's staying safe and getting a lot of spring cleaning done and little projects around the house. I know it's a difficult time, but today I brought you a kind of a different mixed media project. I purchased this kit by Indigoblu and I wanted to share it with you. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but here is my mouse pad from on my desk, and it is old and dirty, and I was going to throw it away. And I thought, well, maybe I should just try and repurpose it. So I'm adding a coat of gesso. Actually, I believe I added 2 coats of gesso, and I had to let it dry. So here's the kit from Indigoblu. And I'll try and find a link below if you want to purchase it. It's a mixed media kit. You get 17 stamps, a embossing folder, a really cool stencil, and a magazine with 68 pages in it that has 48-page paperback with 24 designs and a bumblebee die. So what a score! Like I said, I purchased it. I will leave a link below in the description, and I'm not even sure how much it was. I want to say maybe $25, but I really wanted to check it out because I love this company, and I thought it to be something new, so I wanted to share it with you today. I haven't peeked at the magazine yet, but maybe this evening I'll get to that. So I gessoed my mouse pad, and I'm going to put down some paint and use the stamps and see what we can create here together. So I've been putting down paint lately with my sponge applicator there, and it seems to be saving on a little bit of paint for me. So I'm picking out my paint colors, and I went with a Abandoned Coral, a Margarita by Americana, and then I went with a Lucky Clover, and that is a Distress Paint by Tim Holtz. So I'm just adding a little bit to my dried mouse pad with my blending tool, and then I'm just changing the foam daubers, and I'm going to the second color, but I did give it a dry in between here. Ooh. Now I'm just, when I'm waiting for my background to dry, I am stamping my focal image, and it's going to be my quote. And my quote is, "Create the life you want to live." Create the life you want. Create the life you want. So I'm using tissue paper and some stamps, alphabet stamps, and I'm going ahead and doing that on my Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station. And it's really, really nice for this project because you have those great magnets, your tissue paper doesn't move around, and it's super nice and easy to use your wet paintbrush and kind of cut out the sentiment there. You see, I got some on the station, which is no problem. It is archival ink, but I just used a spray of my alcohol, which is always sitting on my desk, and it wiped it right away. So there's going to be my focal point for the project. And I'll leave this product down below too. It really is nice. I've been using it on every single project, that I've been doing. So here's the 2 colors of paint on my mouse pad, and the background is dry. So I'm just kind of doing placement, and I wanted to see if that mouse pad would fit in my Misty, but unfortunately it didn't. So I decided that I was going to place the stamps where I'd like them on the background with my sentiment, And then I'm going to stamp all of that on tissue paper and create the background like that. The mouse pad is so textured that I didn't think it would have a good result. So I'm using my Make Art station again with those great magnets, and I'm going to stamp down all of the images I want to put. And of course I thought, well, I need to use that stencil, and first I thought maybe I would put down the tissue paper pieces, and I'm using my matte medium and giving it a real good base, and then covering over the top of the tissue paper with a soft brush. Now make sure that archival ink is dry before you do this step, because you will smear it. It doesn't take long to dry, but I had just re-inked my ink pad and it was very, very wet. So I had to be careful, and I did dry it off camera. Now there's a really cool paint brush that I'm putting down at the top, and it says Imagine. Yeah, this kit is really neat. When I got it, it was right up my alley, so I think that I'm going to make a series of cards also. They have great sentiments. They have lots of fun things in here. So tonight maybe I'll peek at the magazine and see what it's all about. I'm going to join their group, and I can leave that information for you too if you're interested. So how is everybody keeping busy during this crazy time of COVID-19? I posted a list of things that I've been doing on my blog, and I will list it for you in the description below if you want to check it out. Here I'm using that Lucky Clover color, and this stencil, I just cannot get enough of this stencil. I believe it's called Tiles. I will find out and link it, but I just love the little squares that it creates on the background. So today was like using what I loved, and there's a stamp that comes with the set, and it has all kinds of numbers on it. And then there's a little octagons also. So I'm using both of those to fill in some background areas. Just having fun. And I'm going to be super excited to use this mouse pad, because it was just, like I said, really old and really dirty, and I just was going to throw it away. But I miss having a mouse pad on my desk. So I'm going to be excited to actually use it. Just using that stamp with the numbers on it, and that is a really great stamp also. Here's the little octagons. I could see how this would be nice for the bee, and have it in the background like a beehive. So I'm sure I'll use that on some cards. I was going to put the butterflies down there, but I thought I had enough in the background. I just needed to use that stencil yet, and that really pulled it all together. I was just using a makeup brush and my archival ink, and I'm dabbing it off. Like I said, I just refilled it, so it was really, really juicy. And I wanted to be careful that I didn't wreck the piece now that I had it almost done. So I'm being real careful using that makeup sponge and going through the stencil. Just a little bit here and there, just to pull it all together. I am going to put a polyacrylic varnish over this because I'm going to be using it, every day. I use it probably 4 or 5 hours a day. I do a lot of computer work for my videos, and now I'm working on blogging. I thought that would be something great to take up my time, and it is. It's something that I'm trying to teach myself, so very interesting. And I'm putting that black edge around the outside here. I always like that black edge. It always feels like it's finishing the piece, just like a regular mixed media piece. I have that black edge. I'm using my archival ink in jet black, and I'm using that because I don't want it to smear. This is going to have to dry overnight. Like I said, I'm going to put a varnish on it, and I will have a picture in the end, the still shots, but I've got to leave it dry overnight. So here it is. I filled in the white octagons with my gel pens. Here's the complete kit, and then I did a little bit of doodling around those squares. I hope you like it. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're keeping busy, and we will get through this together. Thank you so much for following me, and have a great day. Take care of yourselves.